Hello and welcome. Today we are diving into a really powerful and, I gotta say, genuinely fun piece of tech in the world of web development. It's called Mojolicious. It's a real-time web framework for Perl, and it has this awesome reputation for being both super simple and incredibly capable. So yeah, let's get right into it. You have to love a framework with a tagline like this. It just perfectly captures what Mojolicious is all about: a fresh, enjoyable, and really powerful way to do web development in Perl. It's super memorable, and as you're about to see, it absolutely lives up to the hype. All right, so what is this thing exactly? Well, at its core, Mojolicious is a web framework built on one key philosophy: scalability. The whole thing is designed so you can start with a tiny single-file prototype, just to test an idea, and then seamlessly grow it into a massive, well-structured, complex application as your needs change. No need to throw it all out and start over. Now, one of the first things you're going to hear about Mojolicious is that it's a real-time web framework. So, what does that actually mean for you, the developer? Let's break it down. Okay, so this whole real-time thing really comes down to a few key features. First off, it has full-stack WebSocket support. That's what allows for that constant two-way communication, perfect for things like chat apps or live dashboards. It's also got a built-in non-blocking web server. In plain English, that just means it can handle a ton of long-running connections at the same time without grinding to a halt, because one request doesn't have to wait for another one to finish. And that is what makes it so perfect for building modern, highly scalable services. But here's the thing, Mojolicious is so much more than just a framework for handling requests. It's really a complete toolkit for web development with a seriously impressive amount of functionality right out of the box. I mean, just look at this list. You get everything you could want. RESTful routing, Perlish templates, session management, form validation, a built-in testing framework. It even has a static file server and top-notch Unicode support baked right in. What this really means is you can start building feature-rich applications immediately. You're not wasting your time hunting down and trying to integrate a dozen different libraries. It's all right there. The official documentation uses this fantastic phrase to describe Mojolicious: duct tape for the HTML5 web. And I just love this analogy because it perfectly captures the framework's spirit. It's practical, it's incredibly versatile, and you can use it to quickly and effectively piece together all these modern web technologies, holding everything together reliably, just like good old duct tape. Okay, so all this power might sound a little complicated, right? But one of the most remarkable things about Mojolicious is how ridiculously easy it is to get started. I'm talking seconds. And this slide right here, it proves my point perfectly. Step 1 is a single command to install it. That's it. Step 2 is just 3 lines of Perl code for a complete web app. It's basically just saying, hey, respond to any request with this simple text message. And step 3 is one more command to run the whole thing using the built-in development server, Morbo. That's it. And there you have it, the result. If you run those commands and then pop open your browser, this is exactly what you see. You go from literally nothing to a running web application in under a minute. It's just an amazing demonstration of how this framework is totally focused on getting you productive fast. So, okay, we've seen that it's powerful and super easy to get started with, but what about its pedigree? Where did this thing come from? And why should you actually trust it for your serious projects? Well, this isn't some brand new experimental project that just popped up. Mojolicious was created by Sebastian-Riedel, who is the very same developer behind the legendary Catalyst framework. So it was literally born from years of hard-won experience. And since it was released way back in 2008, it has grown to become the most popular web framework on CPN, which is Perl's main software repository. That's a huge endorsement from the entire community. And this all comes back to that core idea of scalability we talked about. See, Mojolicious really offers you 2 different modes. You can start with what's called Mojolicious Lite. That's what we just saw, and it's perfect for quick prototypes in a single file. But when your project needs to get bigger, you can seamlessly transition to a full Model View Controller, or MVC architecture. This is that classic design pattern that separates your app's logic, its data, and its presentation. It gives you that robust structure you absolutely need for large, complex, and maintainable applications. It's really the best of both worlds. So when you look at how Mojolicious combines all this incredible out-of-the-box power with just a startlingly simple way to get started, it leaves us with a pretty fascinating question to think about. Is this approach, starting small and simple but giving you a clear path to complexity, Is that the real key to ultimate power in a development framework? Definitely something to chew on. Thanks for tuning in.